Mic is muted. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here for a different kind of video today. Let me get the music going. No, I can't make a video without some sort of music in the background. Yeah, y'all know how it be. There we go. But we're here. We are joining a new draft league. Potentially two. Um, so we joined the PDL Professional Draft League community, which is funny because this was the name of the other league I joined, but I don't think it's the same PDL. Regardless, if it is, cool. If it isn't, you know. But we're here. Um, and yeah, we joined. So I'll talk about it a little bit more at the end, but essentially, I was trying to find a league to join. Saw this league. Again, I just really, really wanted to get into it because, kind of this whole year, I haven't really played that much draft. The beginning half, sure, it was kind of consistent, but this last, 5 or so months, I really have not been playing that much draft, and I've been feeling it in my soul. Perhaps I over signed up for leagues, because again, I already signed up for one league, and then obviously Big Juice is starting next weekend, and then I saw this league, so I'm gonna have 3 leagues at once going. It's gonna be a lot, but again, I'm kind of excited for it. So, yeah. Um, let's get into it. So I picked up the team. Luckily, the team is 0-0. The guy dropped out immediately after draft. Why? I don't know. Probably because the team he drafted is absolutely dog shit, and he realized he fucked up his season. Understandable. But the unfortunate thing is, I have to use this team for my week 1 battle. So we're probably gonna start the season 0-1 just because this team is giga fucking ass. But plus side, this is the team we'll have moving forward the rest of the season. So currently, my Terra captains are Thorns and Weirdear. Typings? Let me pull up the picture. So currently, this is my team and their point values. Currently, I have Terra Thorns with Rock, Bug, and Flying. Terra, Bug, Thorns is okay. And Weirdear with Normal, Electric, and Ghost. So this guy, he really liked his Electric. So again, just don't expect much out of me week 1. If I win, I'm just the greatest draft league player of all time. But we're probably going to start season 0-1, which at the end of the day, I'd rather join a team and start off 0-1 than join like 0-3 or 0-4 and then try to make a playoff push. At that point, I wouldn't even bother joining. But regardless, yeah. So when I was making the team, I was obviously I had to basically scrap the whole thing, but I was considering a few months to build around. I was considering keeping terrain with bundle or maybe hands. I was considering maybe keeping a few others, but then I just kind of realized, let me just pick 1 or 2 months to build around, go from there. I did debate keeping hands because again, I really do like hands. I've never used it yet, but at the end of the day, I really decided I want to use bundle. Bundle's a mon that personally I don't like that much, just because again, having to rely on hydro pumps as like your main source of damage at times is kind of bad. But again, I feel like if you build around it, because again, bundle does, it's basically an ice type with water coverage at the end of the day, so kind of trying to play off that a little bit, trying to build a team that can make it just spam ice moves as much as possible. That way, if like a fire type comes out, or see a mother. That way, if like a fire or like a rock type comes out, I can just have a more reliable option other than bundle to kill it. But decided I already had bundle, might as well give this the season. If I like bundle, maybe I'll look for in more Gen 9 leagues as I join them. If not, I'll get my one and done bundle season out of the way. But again, I kind of want to go with a little bit different approach this time because again, I'm not big. I've never really drafted weather before, so I feel like dipping my toes in a little bit. Like this isn't like a full snow team, but like obviously the bundle into Titan in the snow is I feel like that's a good core to build around. I feel like it helps bundle a lot because you can run Blizzard some games over Ice Beam, and that's pretty cool. Because again, bundles ridiculous attack stat. Will obviously appreciate clicking Blizzard some games. And then obviously with the Titan, I feel like as a Terra Captain, it's just super fun to use. And even though it's not the fastest mon, like, if you're doubling the speed, you are, like, sort of fast. And, like, your attack set is okay. So, like, we can make it work. So, again, join a new league, PDL. We got the bundle, Slowking, Cyclozar, Sylveon, Crocodile, Entei, Skarmory, Virizion, Titan. We are allowed 2 Terra Captains. So, as I kind of mentioned earlier, Titan is my Terra Captain. It's kind of like standard-ish things where, like, you get 3 Terra types, one being a stab. So, the Titan is Ice, Electric, Fire. Electric, so I can hit bulky waters. Fire, so I can hit steel types and not get burned. And then Virizion is my other Terra Captain, who personally is the Terra Captain I've been looking at ever since Terra's been a thing, just because I think, even though it's not the strongest with base 90 on each end, base 90 on each end, you do have Calm Mind and Swords Dance and Trailblaze, so like you have a lot of potential setup. You can even self-set screens with Synthesis, which is kind of crazy. Like, say you just need like a physical hit, you can run like Calm Mind, Reflect with like Synthesis, and now it's like really hard to kill you, and you just need like 2 coverage moves. That's something I can do. And again, I just feel like it's a super underrated mon, and for the points it was at, I really don't think it was that much. Yeah, like 8 points for a Terra, and I feel like in this tier for what I needed, like a good solid grass type, like I feel like I got what I wanted. Yeah, I mean I'm happy with what I got. I feel like it's a fun team again. Maybe not a team I would necessarily draft, like if I was like planning for a draft. Like obviously like mons like Skarmory, Crook, Entei, like Entei Sylveon is literally a team I had for my other PDL team. Again, I'm not sure if it's the same PDL, but if it is, it's pretty funny. But regardless, fortunately this season of PDL I had to drop out after like week 3 or week 4 just because I got busy and I couldn't play anymore. But regardless, that's the only league I've never finished. All the other ones I finished, even if Torch did get dragged out a little bit, but at the end of the day we did finish it. Even if I did kind of like, throw my playoffs a little bit, but that's regardless. Anyway, point is, we're pretty consistent with our drafts. Sometimes, Torch and like season 6 of Big Juice, we kind of like fell off a little bit, lost the interest, which is unfortunate for my Torch team because again, that team is also like again, I'm not a big Moon fan, but I feel like that Torch team I had was super baller, and I'm kind of like, damn, I wish I like really like tried that season because that is a championship caliber team right there. That team was saucy. And my UNPLD league team, I mean, that was a pretty good team as well. Just pick someone that I wanted to play, and we lost. Just like that sometimes. But regardless, PDL new league we're joining. Again, interesting team. I think it'll be fun to use. Again, not one for weather. Maybe this will get me in a little like weather arc moving forward in drafts. but just keep in mind that for week 1, I'm going to have this dog shit team, so when I upload that video, when I inevitably lose, just understand that that's what the admins of the league said. They said I had to use this team because technically we're in week 2 now, so I have to play 2 games in 1 week, so like my week 1 opponent, you know what I mean? Like, it's whatever. But regardless, I digress. Excited to play in a new league. Excited to get Big Juice started back up next week. And if we join that other league, I mean, there's 3 leagues at once. Again, only reason, like, I might not join that league just to not overwhelm myself, but I kind of want to join it because, 1, Big Juice this season, I'm not really going to take it too seriously with all the new people. Like, you know, that's kind of just make it more for a fun thing. Just play on the side, help people prep. But the big thing that I was kind of wanted to talk about earlier is there's a reason I've wanted to start playing in some of these other leagues, and I guess rather than talk, I should just show. Yeah, I got my Switch to work with the Elgato thing. I tried to do it like 5 or 6 months ago, and I couldn't figure out how to get it to work. I looked up a couple videos then, I couldn't figure it out. I figured out what it was. It was a really stupid thing that I just had to plug the Elgato thing into a different port in my PC. Don't ask. It was really dumb. But regardless, I do have the capabilities of recording Wi-Fi now. So that's kind of why I joined this league, because it has a Wi-Fi division. So like, by me showing up and like stepping in for another coach, if I prove myself to be a good coach and like get my foot in the door, maybe they get me in for the next season of their Wi-Fi league. I'll probably look to start uploading Wi-Fi battles. You know, maybe I just find, I know Biff, we tried to do it a couple months ago. This team I have here is from me battling Biff like a couple months ago. I just genned in a few mons with the team and I just wanted to run it down. So that's why I have this team here. So yeah, I want to start doing Wi-Fi content because my dream ever since I started getting into Draft League and playing Draft was to join Wi-Fi leagues and potentially play with like some of my favorite YouTubers, or maybe just make more friends along the way in Draft. Obviously, the dream is always to battle people like Nexus or Joey, but even if we never get to that point, just playing on Wi-Fi just feels right. It feels like this is what Draft is supposed to be. And now that I finally figured out my Elgato situation and got all the wires hooked up and got it working, I'm super excited to start doing Wi-Fi content. You know, so obviously for the next couple months, probably till the end of the year, beginning of next year, we'll probably still have Showdown leagues going. Big Juice, if I keep uploading that, which I probably will. Assuming Big Juice keeps going, I'll always upload that because, you know, Big Juice is my dogs. But we are looking to get into the age of Wi-Fi here, and I'm super excited. I'm super excited because this is probably going to be the last year of Gen 9, so I can kind of like build myself up in the Wi-Fi scene a bit, and then going into Gen 10, whatever that has in store, hopefully I'm able to, you know, maybe join a little bit other leagues. So, yeah, I'm excited. Definitely back on the Draft League grind. I'm super, super excited to start playing Wi-Fi. I'll tell you that right now. I'm dummy excited to start playing some Wi-Fi games. Again, you know, at the end of the day, I have to start getting used to Wi-Fi, so maybe, I think on the in-game, I think it's like 3v3s for singles, so you know, I might run some just to get some practice games in, get used to playing on Wi-Fi, just making sure I can actively gen Pokemon correctly, all that. But regardless, I'm very excited for the Wi-Fi content, because again, like, this is sick, bro. This is awesome, dude. This is, I'm very excited. again, I'm excited to start playing some Wi-Fi draft. This is, again, for 10 years, this is what I've been like, this has been the goal. And obviously 10 years ago, I was in high school. I wasn't old enough to get a job yet, so I couldn't, you know, this is like freshman year of high school, 2014, 2015. So like, I couldn't get a job. And then I think it was like sophomore, junior year when I could get a job. That's when like, I still liked draft, but I didn't care enough. And on top of that, like I didn't feel like spending all the money at the time to get the equipment, stuff like that. And then, you know, all that. But obviously, time goes on, get more money, things change. I mean, I've had this Elgato since like 2020. It's just, that was all, no, I think earlier. I think I got this Elgato back in like 2019. I just never used it because I intended to start recording like console gameplay for like Smite and stuff. But obviously, like a couple, like I think it was like 6 or 7 months later, I switched to PC, and at that point, like, I don't need the Elgato because I have OBS. But it all comes full circle. Something I bought 5 years ago now has a ton of value that I don't have to worry about spending money on. So, point is, if you buy something, don't lose it. But yeah, I mean, can we just like go into my box real quick? Like, yeah, this is my in-game team. Got Drips, Exo, Axel, Armadura. Shout out Urza Scarlet, Titania, the Queen. We got Shocks, and we got my boy Maurice. What are their movesets? Combat acrobatics, okay. That's not bad. Okay. We're cooking. Flamethrower, Side Shock, Armor Can, Flash, okay. Okay. Okay, that's like a normal set. Yeah, I mean, this is like fine. What else we got in here, man? I remember at first I did want to complete the Pokédex because I did do that in Scarlet, or not Scarlet and Violet. I did that in Sword and Shield. I completed the Pokédex for the Shiny Charm. But I remember after that I was like, do I really care enough about that? No, I already did that once. I've been there, done that. And again, if I really want to do it, I can just gen in the Pokemon to fill out the Pokédex. So we kind of stopped doing it. But regardless, I'm very, very excited to start doing some Wi-Fi content. Again, kind of has always been the dream for me to play in like a Wi-Fi draft league and win a chip. Obviously, winning Season 3 of Big Juice was a big deal. Meant a lot to me because I don't think I ever won a draft league before Season 3 of Big Juice. I played a lot. Again, I tend to usually always get in playoffs of draft leagues, but I can never seem to get to finals or even get far into playoffs. Like, I usually get like quarterfinals, semifinals, but finals is always like that thing where it's like I can get there, but like there's always, I don't know. I feel like I never put in the effort, or maybe I don't prep enough or scrim enough, whatever it is. I feel like I don't go that extra mile at times to get to finals. So my playing in Big Juice definitely raised the confidence in me, and that's shown in the other leagues I played in. 'Cause if I'm scrolling through, like when I first joined that PDL league a couple years ago, back in like 2022, I didn't think I'd do that well. I think before I quit, I was 3-1, and then I had to drop out. So especially with a team like that was a Gen 8, like I feel like for a Gen 8 team having like a Gen, I basically had a Gen 6 team with Serena and Alolan Golem. So the fact I did that in a Gen 8 National Dex League, I felt pretty confident in. Again, even in all my Big Juice seasons, like really my only two stand at, like, my teams were always like decent, but I feel like my really only like super broken team was Season 4. Other than that, I feel like all my teams were like good, but not like anything crazy. I feel like I can make good teams, nothing like super, super broken. But again, even playing in UNPLD League, I think I went the full, whatever the regular season was, I think it was 8 weeks, 9 weeks. I think I only got like 2 losses. I think one. I got like 1 loss. And even though I lost round 1 in playoffs, even though I chose my opponent, you know, I did, like, I feel like that was one of the better, even though like there's a couple plays I could have played differently to win. I feel like in general the game was pretty. It was a fun game to play, even though there was some unfortunate things that happened. But the Jaboka Berry Appleton, that's one of the best techs I've came up with. Didn't work as well as I wanted it to, but it was cool enough. And then my Torch Song team, again, I mentioned earlier, kind of fell off in interest as the season went on, and Biff just absolutely rolled me round one of playoffs. But feel like if I truly apply myself, I can win in leagues, and that's the confidence I have. So by playing in the PDL and then whatever this, what is this other league I signed up for? The MCA. So I don't even know when this is starting up. I think they said in a couple weeks. So is there like an announcement of like when this shit's starting? I don't know. I think it's by the end of the month, or mid-November or something. Should be starting up. Regardless, I feel like by playing in 3 leagues at once, obviously Big Juice, more casual league. But by playing in PDL and MCA, getting my draft league back up to where it should be, getting hot. That way, when I start getting into Wi-Fi league, starting the beginning of next year, hopefully. I mean, again, I'm gonna keep my eye out. Like, if I see a Wi-Fi league open up and has spots, I don't mind doing 4 draft leagues. Because again, the other leagues like PDL and MCA, again, if MCA starts, I may or may not join it. Just depends on like. Again, I'm just keeping my eyes out for Wi-Fi leagues. So if I see a Wi-Fi league before MCA starts up, I probably won't do it. But even if a Wi-Fi league does start while MCA and PDL are going, I don't mind putting one of those leagues on the back burner a little bit, just so I can get in the Wi-Fi scene. I probably won't, and again, if I do choose to put one on the back burner, it'll probably be MCA because I joined the PDL first, so that's a more high priority. But again, that's assuming I do join MCA regardless. I know I'm just kind of rambling at this point, but this, that's what I do. But again, I'm just super excited that I got this Elgato working because it's giving me headaches. Again, it wasn't the most difficult thing in the world, but I tried it like 3 or 4 months ago. I couldn't figure out how to get it to work, and then kind of just said fuck it. I'm not really playing draft right now, so let me just calm down. But now that I'm back in the mood for draft, Wi-Fi is the next step, and I'm excited to start playing and looking for some leagues to join again. I'm looking to play some Wi-Fi battles, just exhibition matches. So I'll start genning up some teams, playing some people, maybe if I can get people. But regardless, we've never been more back in the draft league. I mean, we got Big Juice starting up next week or this weekend. So it's now Monday. So yeah, Big Juice starting up this weekend, Sunday. PDL technically has already started. We're in week 2. Just got to play both games this week. And potential MCA a couple weeks from now, maybe a month from now. And if not, keep your eyes out for a Wi-Fi league because that's what we're looking for. So regardless, that's going to be that. If y'all like what you see, leave a like. Again, let me stop showing this. Again, this is the team. The Iron Bundle Galarian Slowking. But again, for week 1, we do have the dog shit Pincursion team. So that's going to be that. Might record another video because I'm not really that tired. We'll have to see what that's going to be about. I'm kind of in the recording mood. So, yeah. Really don't know what else to say besides that's that. I'm gonna just get on out of here.